On April 4, 2025, the Southern District of New York became the epicenter of a legal battle that could reshape the future of artificial intelligence. 12 separate copyright lawsuits filed by a coalition of U.S. authors, publishers, and media companies have now been consolidated into a single case targeting two of the tech world's biggest players, OpenAI and Microsoft. At the heart of the controversy lies a fundamental question: can AI be trained on copyrighted works without explicit permission? Among the plaintiffs are high-profile authors and major news outlets who argue that OpenAI and Microsoft use their content books, articles, and journalistic material without compensation or consent to train large language models like ChatGPT and Copilot. They claim that their intellectual property, painstakingly created over years, was scraped, digested, and regurgitated by these AI tools, producing outputs that mimic the style and substance of original works. Their demand is simple yet seismic: accountability and compensation. OpenAI and Microsoft, however, maintain that their practices fall under the legal doctrine of fair use, emphasizing that training AI models requires large-scale datasets to ensure the tools are robust and useful. They warn that overly restrictive interpretations of copyright law could stifle innovation, arguing that generative AI offers public benefits from education to productivity that outweigh individual copyright concerns. The companies are also highlighting that outputs from Chat and Copilot are transformative rather than replicative, framing the models as tools of synthesis, not plagiarism. This case doesn't exist in a vacuum. It joins a growing list of legal battles over AI training data, including lawsuits filed by visual artists, musicians, and software developers. The outcome of this consolidated case could set a legal precedent that governs how AI companies can access and use creative content going forward. Policymakers, legal scholars, and AI ethicists are closely watching. This could be the most important copyright case of the digital era, one legal analyst noted. The consolidation of these cases means that a single ruling could either validate or radically limit the way generative AI systems are trained. If the court sides with the plaintiffs, AI developers may be forced to license data, creating new business models and possibly shrinking access to open data. If the court sides with big tech, creators might be left with fewer protections and fewer revenues unless new legislation steps in. Either way, the ruling will ripple far beyond the courtroom. It may define how creativity, ownership, and automation coexist in the age of artificial intelligence.